Hello, I'm Taylour Tedder, City Manager for Boulder City, and welcome to the latest episode of TEDderTalks, a once-a-month look at issues and people impacting Boulder City. Damboree has created decades of great memories for many in Boulder City. The annual parade and festivities are organized by the Damboree Committee. Joining me now from the Damboree Committee is Dr. Don Green, as well as Boulder City Parks and Recreation Director Roger Hall. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you became involved in the Damboree Committee?
In 2003, a friend of mine had a granddaughter in Miss Boulder City, and she asked me to help, and it just happened to be that the Damboree Committee was over the Miss Boulder City pageant as like a umbrella. So they supplied things like the Boulder City Auditorium and our insurance policy, and I automatically became part of the Damboree Committee.
Could you tell me a little bit about the scheduled events for this year?
It starts a little before 7 a.m. with our Rotary Club of Boulder City having a pancake breakfast right over by City Hall at the grill. It's by donation. Their main fundraiser is their teacher grants for Boulder City. And at 9 o'clock, we'll have a flyover by the Veterans Flying Group. And they'll make a pass over our city, down Main Street, and circle around and come back again. And that's the start of our parade at 9 a.m. And we have some new surprises this year at the parade that I'm excited about. And the parade goes all the way down Main Street, and it turns at 5th Avenue, gets down to A Avenue, and that's where the water fun begins. Only after the dry events get through. So there's a water section and a dry section. And from A Street all the way down to the end of the parade, after we start the water area, there's going to be a lot of water fun.
Nice. I'm really looking forward to being a part of it. I'm not in the water part, though.
Well, I guess we are this year. And at Broadbent Park, there's going to be nonprofit food vendors. Our beer booth will be there, which helps supply money for the fireworks. And we'll have some local politicians that are also running this year. So it'll be a good chance to get together. Quite often we have high school reunions right then. About 2 o'clock, that shuts down after a nice pool party for the kids where we throw money into the pool and they get to jump in and catch as much money as they can. And then we move over to Veterans Park, and from 2 until about 10 p.m., the festivities begin over at Veterans Park. We'll have a DJ there, we'll have food vendors, there'll be mini trucks, there's a jumping area and rock climbing wall, and the splash park will be open. So it's going to be a lot of fun at Veterans Park.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
Fireworks go off at 9 and they usually last for at least 30 minutes, sometimes longer. And we have big cannons this year, so it's going to be spectacular.
So I hear that the Boulder City Fire Department and Parks and Recreation staff are Grand Marshals this year. How do you pick those?
We pick that and also the theme for the Damboree every year as a committee. And the fire department has done so much through our COVID times. And our Park and Rec has done amazing things, especially now that the kids can participate for free this year. So it's nice to have both of them recognized.
So Roger, what does it mean to you and your staff to be named Grand Marshals?
It's an honor to be named Grand Marshals for the parade. It started off with Will Gray and the fire department. Josh Barone put on a great thing with the scheduling of the vaccinations and the COVID testing. My staff, Julie Calloway, and my staff stepped up to the plate and basically took over the scheduling of appointments and COVID tests. And I think we looked at the statistics yesterday, and we did 4,000 reservations for COVID tests and 5,500 reservations for actual shots here at the Smith Center. So they stepped up they were there every day. They came to work every day during the height of the epidemic, and they did a great job. I'm really proud of them for doing that.
Yeah, and everything was changing almost daily, weekly, and they did an excellent job. One of the biggest misconceptions that I hear about events like Damboree, Wurstfest, Spring Jamboree is that they're city-run events. So can you talk to me a little bit about how the relationship works and who plans the events, runs them, and what role that city staff plays in that?
The Damboree is a 501c3. And we have a group of volunteers, we have board of directors, we have a group of volunteers that actually plan the event. we work with the city because we don't have enough staff members or money to do it. So the city kicks in $15,000 for the fireworks. We kick in the rest and buy the fireworks show. We prepay and get about a $7,000 discount on the fireworks. We actually spend about $30,000 a year renting the generators, the porta potties, all the stuff that we need. The city steps up and they provide security with the police department. They provide EMS services with the fire department, and Public Works orders the pedestrian guardrails for the water zone and sets up the streets for the parade and so forth. So it's been a partnership for it's over 27 years that we've been doing it. And I coordinate all the special events for Boulder City. So the last meeting of the year, right before the event, we get Public Works, Police, Fire, we get everyone in a room, we go over the event from start to finish, and we iron out any issues that we have at that time. And knock on wood, it's been very successful over the years.
So what are some of the biggest challenges for staff and volunteers related to events like this?
Yeah, that's a biggie. Actually, to find the volunteers, the Damboree Committee is getting smaller and smaller. Thank God we have a group that has done it over the past year. Don is our, has been here. We have Barbara that does the parade. We have people that have done things, so it makes it a lot easier than having to train new individuals. But we're always looking for people that want to assist the Damboree, and if you're interested, you can contact Parks and Rec or even Don Green here, and we'll sign you up, because we do have areas that we need help with. The Rotary Club, Sunrise Rotary Club, is doing the beverage wagon at the park, Veterans Park, this year, and we're looking forward to a great fireworks show. And Mike Pacini is going to put on a great DJ music, and we have a lot of people down there. One of the biggest things that is changed this year is we are charging $20 per vehicle to get into the park. So, but that money goes directly into the fireworks. Fireworks costs have gone up dramatically.
So what do you enjoy most about the event?
The fireworks, they're amazing. They're just so close to us, and the explosions and the noise of them. And then Mike Pacini has patriotic music playing during the time of the fireworks, and it's just a wonderful end of the event.
Well, thank you, Dr. Green and Roger, for your time today. I really appreciate all you do for Boulder City. Be sure to check out TEDderTalks once a month at bcnv.org/Tedder. Thank you for tuning in. See you next month for the next TEDderTalks.